Welcome back to our podcast.
Speaking of,
I'm Manera.
And I'm Ish.
And we are back, guys. This episode
5.
Oh, yeah, 5.
Yeah, because, we doing good. Yeah.
Let's cheers to that.
High 5 to episode 5.
Yeah, we getting up there, guys. How was your week?
My week was good this week. I'm on spring break, so.
Oh, yeah, she's souped up.
I've been chilling all week.
I'm mad. My kids on spring break, but I ain't on spring break.
I'm physically here, but my mind, it been
Girl.
somewhere else all week. I don't know what was going on, but I'm feeling good.
My week, I just been working and sleeping.
It feels good to have these breaks off from work, because, baby, I be needing it.
I don't got no break.
Sorry
And I gotta go to work tonight, so.
Sorry for you.
All right, so we got a great topic today, guys. The topic we're discussing today is: do you believe single fathers, as a sole parent, get the respect they deserve? Well, get the respect as a single mother, right?
You ready for my answer?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that they get more respect than us.
You do?
I think they get more respect than us.
Wow, that's different, guys.
I think so, because you see single women so often, well, single moms, you see them so often bugger-lugging 5 kids at a time sometimes, right? But if you see a dad, it's like people really big up dads when they doing their thing, especially if it's like a dad that like you know and you actually see him like a lot, not like a dad, I had him for one weekend out of all of the weekends. No. But I think when you see like that father that's consistently always like having to do for their child because of whatever happened with the mom, whatever. But I think they get more respect than us, because it's more, like you don't see it as often.
You don't see it as often, but I kind of disagree because
Why?
First of all, it's not like common for a single father to be the sole parent to take care of them kids. So that's different all in all.
But we talking about respect.
Second,
you don't think the respect level?
The respect, even if like, okay,
I think
for
single
example,
moms look more like statistics, and single dads is like, yo, he really stepped up and doing his thing.
True. Okay, so I get that. They expect the mother.
Yeah, you expect to see us by ourselves,
right?
Because we always by ourselves,
right? I get that. But the thing is, like, for example, with like the government, single mothers can get help like this. Single fathers, they don't never try to really help the fathers like that. They have a hard time getting food stamps, or well, even if some men, they got their ego and they pride get in the way for them to even go down there to get the help that they need, especially when they got a lot of kids. But they feel as though they have a hard time. Even if I know of some men that tried to get off child support. Try to get off, even if they have the kids now. Like, they have the kids, they get the kids eventually.
And they still in child support and got
and they having a hard time to get off of child support. Like, why is these men having a hard time to get off when they the sole parent? Like, it's really complicated, and
maybe
it's
they
hard
don't be
for them.
believing them in. Because it's very, like, you don't see it very often. So maybe they like, no, you got to prove this and prove this and prove this. And you know, when you going down to like those assistance programs or anything like offices and stuff like that, when you come back and they say, oh, you got to bring this, you bring it now. Oh, you got to bring this too. Yeah. After a while, you just be like, forget it.
A lot of people just be like, never mind. I'll try to go out there and work and make the money.
Yeah, but like you were speaking of their egos. I think men, like women, when we feel like we need the help, why would you sit there and struggle if you know you can get help from somewhere? Men is more like, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Maybe I. Yeah. But you are right. But you could be better if you put your pride to the side and go get a little bit of something. Especially like when it comes to like child care or like with
most
newborns.
men are rather work for, but then some others would be complaining like, oh, they're not getting this help, and then it's hard for them to even work because who want to take care of the kids while they working? Yeah. So they still have a hard time, but that's with single mothers too. I have another question. Do you think single fathers, well, just fathers, period, do you think they're more nurturing than moms?
Nurturing?
Yeah.
No.
You don't think so?
No. No.
So what you think?
I don't know. Maybe to like their daughters, but they usually kind of hard on their sons.
True.
And then I think it probably depends on how many kids they have. Like all of that stuff kind of matters too. Who the man is. What type of person he is, all of that stuff matter. But overall, I'm gonna go with, well, I don't know. Because when you think about it, it's like when kids like get in trouble and stuff like that, they don't want their mother because the mother the one that's gonna go off. They just not nurturing, but they're more
caring.
No,
I don't know.
They probably calmer.
They are,
and they are calmer because they don't see what mommy see all day. These kids bugging you up and down, acting a fool when.
Like I read this study and it's basically saying like fathers
can't glasses.
Yeah, I glasses.
They cute, right?
Anyways, I read this study and it was basically saying that fathers can be more nurturing because basically what you said, like the children run more to the father when something happened, because when with the mother it's basically like we discipline more.
Yeah.
The father play with them more. The father is like more calm and like.
But the kids still be scared of their little stinking daddies. Like, you don't ever tell your kids, I'm about to tell your father, like, he gonna do something. But you still say it and they get scared.
Yeah, true, but, like, well, yeah, that too. Because my kids, they even run to me more, but they have more fun with the father. Because Brendan is, like, more calm and he, like, more chill with them. Like, he play more with them. Meanwhile, I'm like, go clean up your room. Go do this. Go do that. Go do that.
That's
like,
true. That's definitely
so it's
me
like,
too.
I don't know. But I think single fathers can do the same as moms though, because
they can.
Yeah, some. I give them that. Some.
I sometimes wonder, like, if you push these men to the limit, like, what will they? Because I don't feel like fathers always give like their 100%.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like moms give their 100%. I feel like. So like, could a father give 100%? You go to work, you pick up the kids from school or drop them off, or both. And you come home, you cook dinner, you clean up after them, you put them in the tub. Can you do this stuff? If I go away for 2 weeks,
I went away for a night, and Brendan, I think he did good. But he don't know like what clothes to pick out for the kids. You know how like that's why being that I work overnight, I always get the kids clothes out. So that's one less thing they can do, because men forget like this. Yeah. So that's one less thing that's on his plate. But for me, you gotta cook, you gotta clean, you gotta read, you gotta do homework, you gotta give back.
I'm about to run away for 2 weeks.
Hey, they'd kill us.
We can run away for 2 weeks.
He can do it. Terry here might be a mess.
With no help. Don't call nobody. You gotta do everything on your own. Cook for them. Clean, and the house still need to be clean.
Minerva, where you at? Come on, it's time to come back home.
I'm in outer space.
But we can do it without them. I think they can do it without us too, but it's gonna be a little hard, especially if they got girls like doing the hair and stuff like that.
They probably say just do a hair before you leave.
Even if for the fathers being the sole parent, that's hard too with the females, like with the daughters. Cause like they can't really teach them about their menstrual cycle and how to pack their little bag with their change of underwear,
with the toiletries.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Well, since my dad was a single dad, he had like my aunts talk to me about that stuff. Yeah, so luckily I had aunts. I guess if not, maybe my grandmother would have did it.
Yeah, but at least he still had that support to help him.
And then like with the hair, he'll still contact my older sisters like, oh, do your sister hair? Or when he had his little girlfriends or whatever, they'd do my hair for me.
Yeah, so I think they could.
They can.
Yeah.
It's not even a question of whether
nowadays, like you see a lot more fathers doing more for their kids. So I'm really proud about that. I get them they little.
Okay, so speaking of single fathers having like those hard conversations with their daughters or whatever, how do you think it is like for them dating? You think it's hard or easy, or
for fathers that care enough, like for how some single mothers are, like they don't like to bring their children around people that they dating. I think they will wait for a while, like to get to know that person, spend some time with them.
So you think they'll take dating like more seriously now, right?
Yeah, if they really care about their children and who they bring around their children, they will take their time, because like who wants to bring a random around their child?
Yeah, that's true.
And then you don't want to have conflict with the mother, like who you co-parenting with.
Do you think the mothers are usually around? I think when the guy is usually like a single father, the mom is probably like not around. Like the relationship is done up, is dead. It's
true.
That's just what I think. I guess I have to look more into it. But I feel like if he's a single father, most likely it's like because the mother really is like not worth anything.
Right. True.
Or like have to get herself together because of whatever. Yeah. But for the most part, they're not together. It's done up. It's over. opposed to like when single mothers are mothers. It's like, yeah, I see my baby from time to time.
Right. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, some fathers that's like, okay, for the fathers that don't have the mother around, or they probably deceased, or whatever the case may be, they not around, period. I think they would take their time finding somebody where they could spend time with, because who wants to bring their kids around a random, like I stated earlier, like nobody. Yeah, they will wait. Like I don't know.
And then it goes back to like them having to, because they don't want that help from the government, or it goes back to them working extra hard, so they don't have time for dating and like fooling around. Like you gotta, what I'm saying, find somebody that you like that could stick around for a little while,
right? And they let them know off the bat, like, I got kids, I'm a single father.
Yeah.
So hopefully, their relationship could speed up a little faster for them to get to know the children, I guess. Yeah, so that's a big thing too. Like,
shout out to my dad.
Yeah, he raised y'all there. That was good. He did a great job with y'all.
Oh, thank you. I don't feel like he ever brought women around that, like, I don't think he ever dated someone that, like, I didn't like.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, because you know how, like, having that bonus parent, well, it's really a bonus parent, like, after marriage and things like that. But I don't feel like he ever brought, like, random women around. When he did bring a woman around, she was, like, around for, like, a couple years or however long it was. I don't know. It seemed like a long time to me.
Yeah. I mean, it don't hurt for them to, especially if you're older, you could be home by yourself, with your brother or cousin, whoever it is, y'all chilling at home while he's on a date, or y'all have somebody to watch y'all while he's on a date. I mean, I would love for him to get, go on a date and get that experience and get back in the groove of things again. Try to make him happy, all the way around.
Yeah, because just like mom, just coming home and taking care of kids, it's not the way.
Yeah, it's stressful. You want to go out for a drink, have dinner, and do adult things and have a conversation with another adult.
Yeah, nobody want to be around kids all the time.
And listening to Coco Melon all day.
They definitely don't. Nobody want to be around that. You gotta
love it, but you get tired of that too.
Yeah, it's nice being a parent. It's all cool and stuff, but you still need that time to be an adult and be yourself and and figure out who you are.
Right.
Aside from a mom or a dad that goes to work.
Yeah, so it's good. I think fathers can handle that. Like, they can handle the dating world and be able to parent at the same time.
Especially if they don't have, like, support, because that support system really matters.
Right.
Because when you don't have a support system, as a male or as a woman,
it's very stressful.
Yeah, it's very stressful.
You always
really going to be with your kids. Like, you had to work probably when they're in school, especially if you have, like, younger kids who can't stay home by themselves.
Right.
So you have to find a job that goes around your kids' schedule, and then you come home and take care of them, go to sleep, wake up and do it all again.
Yeah. People say they don't need support, but honestly, you really do.
You do, especially if you need, like, the adult time.
Yeah, you can do it.
Because just telling your kids to go in the room while you drink your wine and smoke your hookah or whatever, that's not enough.
That's not going to work. It's going to work for, what, 10 minutes? And then they'll be running back in there telling on each other.
That'd be me. Like, y'all just go ahead upstairs. I'm going to chill. I'll be on my phone chilling for a little while.
Right.
Then I get bored and go to sleep.
Yeah, so I think they can handle it.
Shout out to all the single dads. If you're a single dad, comment below so we can shout you out in the next episode and big you up.
Right, because we do appreciate y'all,
For
especially
real.
our black men. We really support y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Definitely.
We're grateful to have y'all. Like, y'all one of a kind, so don't forget that.
So speaking of, like, the baby mom kind of thing, like, disappearing, what do you think about, like, I don't know, it's a little bit off topic.
Yeah.
So, like, the moms who, like, keep the dads away. Do you think there's ever a reason why a mom should keep the kids away from their dad?
Unless they went to the extreme, like they trying to hurt the child or hurt them in front of the kids, or try to abuse them in a way, like sexually abuse them. Like, I don't see another way for you to keep the father away.
Because I've seen people who's like, well, he only come around when he want to come around, so no, he's not seeing my daughter whenever he wants to.
I mean, that's a big thing where the father keep making promises, especially when the child is a little older. You keep making promises to them, like, I'm gonna come see you for your birthday, or I'm gonna take you here.
I'm gonna take you there.
And you never show up.
Now mommy gotta look like the bad guy,
right?
Like, he ain't coming.
Right. So that is hurtful. You don't want to see your child hurt.
Do you think it's an age where you should tell kids, like, try to be a little more easy, or just let them know, like, he's not coming, he lied?
I wouldn't say he lied. I just say I would continue to say he's
kids.
not coming. Like they gonna understand that after a while. Like once they get older, you did that to them long enough, they will understand that and they will see it. So I would let them see that through their eyes. I would never tell them like, you know, he a deadbeat, he ain't coming. Like I won't put nothing bad on them, but I would let them get that, let them see it for themselves because they experiencing that thing firsthand. So
yeah, and eventually they'll see it.
Yeah, but moms that do that, like, come on, there's no need. Like,
yeah, I agree. I don't think you should keep it.
I mean, I understand you hurt because your child is hurt. I understand that because I would be hurt. I wouldn't want to see my child go through that. But at the end of the day, like, let them get them
experiences while they can. Because God forbid the dad dies. Like now they don't have any memories or anything like that. Cause you kept them away.
If he feel like he wanna come through once in the blue, that child going to see that. You don't have to tell that child nothing. That child's going to see it.
Poor baby.
Yeah, right. I feel bad, but
y'all bad dad, step it up. Bad dad. Step it up, bad dad. And bad moms too. They out here too. Step it up. Like,
a lot of fathers be saying that like, yeah, it's bad moms out. It really is. It really is.
I've seen a couple bad moms myself. It really is.
That put men before their kids and everything else.
Kids, outside before their kids. Everything before their kids.
Yeah, so it goes both.
It definitely does go both ways.
Yeah.
All the time. Even when a mom sometimes looks like she got it all together. But if you like doing things or like having your kids around like stuff that they shouldn't be around, that's bad parenting.
Yeah. Right. Oh, I know it's going off topic too, but I got a question. Like, do you think the mom is bad? I seen this article or it was in the news or something like that. The mom, she was working and you know she didn't have nobody to watch her kids, so she kept them in the car. You think she a bad mom for that? No. Like she really don't have nobody.
How old was her kids? You remember? Like big kids, little kids?
I think one was a little big and the other one was young.
I think I need to bring my kid. Like, where was she working at? Because why couldn't your kids have come inside the building with you? Even if you work at a dang fast food restaurant, your kids could still just sit in the lobby until. Yeah,
but you know your kids. Like, what if your kid's bad running around? Like, you.
I'd rather leave them in the lobby than leave them in the car.
Yeah, I seen that happen at my job before. Like, people run their kids in, but maybe she felt that's all she couldn't. Because at the end of the day, she still ended up getting fired because she kept running out checking on her kids and. It's like
I think the age matters with that.
Yeah, leaving them in
like
the car,
if you got like a big kid, like a teenager or something.
But what if the child wasn't a teenager, like 9 or 10, but they like very like mature? Responsible. Yeah, responsible.
I don't know.
It's scary, but
for your whole work shift, I don't know. It ain't like you going in ShopRite real quick for 30 minutes.
But at least she was checking on them.
But
that was sad. That's sad though, because you really don't have nobody though to watch your kids.
I think that's why, like, if you was like to relocate to like a different city or state or whatever, that might happen.
Yeah.
If you go somewhere where you don't know anyone,
unless you're paying for at the kid, before a kid.
That's a lie. If you can't afford it,
right?
You obviously can't afford childcare because your kid's sitting in the car while you at work.
That's so scary. Like,
yeah. I don't know. That's bad though.
She tried though.
She did.
She tried because you still trying to make a living. You trying to support these kids, but then you don't have.
She had to really have like you could really tell, or she was selfish and like didn't want to. You know, some people just like if you have a beef with your family members or something like that, you just don't want them watching your kids.
Or maybe you can't trust your family.
Or maybe you can't trust them.
Yeah. So.
Somebody gotta watch them. Where's their teachers at? Somebody gonna take these kids while I go to work. I swear I would have asked their teacher like if I don't have absolutely nobody.
But sometimes you can't trust the teachers. What if they start calling DIFAs or they don't want to get in trouble at work? You might find a good teacher, like a great teacher, like Miss Honey.
Miss Honey.
But you might not. Like, some teachers don't want to be bothered with that mess.
I think teachers, for the most part, I think, like, if they could help, they would.
I came across some really good teachers.
Yeah, I couldn't, even, like, my coworkers and stuff, I couldn't see, even, like, knowing, like, my coworkers personally, I couldn't see anybody saying, like, hell no, I ain't watching her son while she go to work. But then that becomes, like, sticky because you don't want to, like, You know, you help somebody one time,
they'll lose their job, like, too, because that's something. Yeah, that's something that you have to report. Like, if another teacher found out and you don't report it, like, you can't be watching kids.
That's your personal life.
I guess, but
it's not like you asking them to keep them in the school for you.
Yeah, but don't they have like a little policy, like where you have to I don't know.
Only if you feel like the child is in danger, then you have to report something. But if you're genuinely helping someone,
just helping them,
because she got a job, that's real conniving to go back and tell.
Right, it's scary too.
They came to you because they trusted you. They needed help. Like, they obviously don't have anyone. To my students, please don't have your parents asking me to watch y'all. The answer is no. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. So, I'm joking. If they absolutely needed my help, I would.
You want to go to the cutting up segment?
Okay. So let's get into our segment, Cutting Up. This is where we talk about who has been cutting up in the social media or news or whatever this week. So what you got?
So we're going to talk about Coi Leray and her father, Benzino.
No, next
He's just a mess. Like, first of all, she just dropped the album, I think, on last Friday. I think it was last Friday or this Friday. I'm not sure. But her record sales wasn't that high. Like,
they weren't projected, right?
Yeah,
like, they didn't make
to be like 11,000 or something like that. So, I think somebody posted something on social media, and her father responded laughing about her record, about her album sales.
But
or whatever.
I don't know why album sales is really a big deal still, because with like Apple Music and all of these other like streaming platforms for you to listen to music, nobody's buying your album. Right. People don't even. I don't even download like songs from my Apple Music. I put it in my library, but I don't download songs. So I'm listening to it, but they're not even getting a recognition just because I added it to my library. Yeah. So I don't think he should be laughing at her.
Now,
but he was saying that he didn't.
Yeah, he said that he didn't. He said that his page was hacked and he got his lawyers working on that or whatever like that. But
you believe that?
I don't know.
When I was looking at it, right, he was saying that he had his page was hacked, right? So I'm looking at the things, and it was like the page that they were saying posted the stuff. Mm-hmm. That page only had like 3,000 followers, so it is a possibility. No, that page had. Dang, I don't forgot. I'm gonna have to look it up. But that one of the pages only had a little bit of followers.
his real page.
Yeah. So it is a possibility that he did like start.
Because or
maybe he just had 2 pages the whole time, and he only.
I honestly thought like they was building a relationship, like they was working on a relationship from what she was stating from being on the Breakfast Club. So yeah, basically like I really thought they was building a relationship. I hope that it works, because that's crazy for her father not to be talking or having
it's hard being a celebrity, because every little drip drop of your news is always it's what they put out. If you don't put anything out and tell people your business, then nobody would know. But it's hard, because imagine you trying to build a relationship with your father, and then somebody got to come and show you, oh, your father's laughing at you. Like, dang, we was just
that's kind of sad. I know she was hurt. I know she put out a post on social media, but she said she really don't care. She's saying after she was dancing or whatever on the TikTok to one of her songs. But it's still hurtful, because that's your father. Like, you want your father to be proud, and that's the statement that he put out too. He said that he's really proud of her or whatever. So I hope that's not true, because you want your father to be proud of you, especially when you made it to that level. Yeah. Even if y'all wasn't always on good terms, you still want your father to be proud of you, like, no matter what.
Or you feel like, I'm showing him up now, like I'm proving him wrong. Right. I don't know if he ever like really doubted her, but to prove somebody wrong, like I can do this, it's a good feeling.
True. So what else they were saying about her?
Benzino been cutting up again with the with the transgender model that he was dating.
Oh
Her name is like Shauna or Sona. I think it's Shauna.
I really didn't get that much info on that. I'm sorry.
I ain't read too much into it. I'm at the surface of. I ain't really go my digging like investigating.
I seen when 50 Cent posted it on Instagram, so that's how I
every
got
time
my
he posts
news.
something, it just go like.
And he just was going in to the point. I'm like, okay, he doing too much. But
the girl, she she recorded some conversation that they had, but I didn't see anything that he said that was like crazy in there to prove like or to like really show like, oh, okay, we messing around like that. He was just saying like, oh, this is a good look for you, it's not a good look for me. That was just basically like the gist of what he was saying. He didn't ever say like, oh baby, I'm sorry. Like he didn't say anything that was crazy. He just was saying like, you're looking good and I'm out here looking bad. That was like his basically the topic of him. If
that's what he wanted, then
that's what I said.
But don't deny it. Like
that's what other people are saying. Like you might do better if you just admit like this is what you're doing.
Nobody should force you to come out though. But if that's what you like, that's what you like.
I don't really care. It don't make me never mind. Nobody really care about what he got going on anyway. He only came back out because he's Koi's father.
And from him being on Love and Hip Hop.
That was years ago. Nobody cared about him.
He off of that. Yeah, he not even on there no more.
He washed. So if he is like into trans women, then he should come on out and you could help a couple other folks out too. You ain't the only one, brother. You ain't the only one. It's a whole little community. Ready to move into the mommy moment?
Yeah, our mommy moment of the day. So we basically gonna tell. What we gonna tell?
Oh, so you don't have
our
mommy
struggles.
moment.
I don't really have one today, so you go ahead. I'll think of one.
Well, my mommy moment, my little baby, she knows like 5 sight words. I was so excited. She was reading this. I said, I'm working because they come back with me to my class after school. So I'm doing my work on my lesson plans on the computer, and I hear her like, I see. I was like, that baby know how to read? Look at that. So shout out to her teacher.
Right.
Because she told me at the beginning of the year, like, she gonna be good. She gonna have some sight words. I'm in my mom like, yeah, whatever.
Right.
But
that's good though.
I was so excited.
And then she could actually read it. So just get the little cards or make her some little cards.
Child, so I don't know what them teachers was doing, but it was working. Good. She was like the THE. That's how they teach them how to spell like 3-letter words, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I never saw that before, but whatever, it works.
It's everything different now. I'm telling you.
I don't know how
the way I teach Terry how to do math is a whole different way how they learn in school.
Yeah.
So it makes it so hard because
they teach them so many different strategies.
Yeah. It's hard.
It's hard for a kid to remember 3 strategies to solve one type of problem.
And I'm doing the easy way, the way I know how to do it. But meanwhile, the teacher like, no, they have to learn this way. Like, I don't understand what's the difference. Either way, they're gonna get the answer.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Especially since they're so big on like standardized testing and stuff like that.
Right.
They don't care about what method you use as long as you got the right answer and you can show what method you use. They don't care.
So that's kind of like my mommy moment because Terry been doing really well with the standardized tests.
Oh, that's good.
But they like sometimes they be like, oh, she scored higher than some of the kids in the class, or she's like right up there with the other kids that score high. But my thing is like, how the heck is she passing the standardized test? Like, is she just guessing? Or she know the answer, or like, what is it? Because I'm asking her, and she like, I don't know, I just did good on my test. Like, but baby, how you passing?
She don't know. It was just in her brain.
Yeah, that's kind of weird to me. But the teacher, like, you still should be like, telling her you proud of her and stuff like that, which I do. I always tell her I'm proud of her. But still, like, how the hell you passing them tests?
Pass the test and
kind of hard. That's what I don't understand.
But
some of the stuff that they do in school is not on that standardized test.
Sure, it's not.
That stuff is hard.
Sure
even with the packet they bring home for them to practice with, when they was out on when COVID was really bad. Like, she didn't understand nothing on that in that packet, and I didn't either. So they had to give them another packet just from the school, not from the state.
Right.
So how the hell I'll figure that out, because I still don't know.
Well, it's good that she's doing good on them though.
Yeah, she's doing much better.
That's all they really care about anyway.
Yeah,
it's who does well on tests.
Titan 2. My baby problem is writing. So if he see like colors, shapes, some words, he can point them out and he'll say them. But he get distracted really easily, and he having a hard time writing. So lately they've been practicing writing their names and shapes and stuff. So he could draw a triangle, a circle, a square, and he can't or he can identify them too. But with his name, he can only write the T, the I, like the uppercase T, the I, the lowercase T. He have a hard time with the A and a hard time with the N.
Eventually he'll get it.
Yeah. And then another thing, like, because the teacher told me, like, he's still trying to figure out what hand to use when writing because he's still young. So, because I'm like, well, which hand do he really write with? Because I always give him the pencil with his right hand, but sometimes when he get distracted and he go back for the pen, he take it with his left hand, and he try to write with the left.
Well, maybe he'll learn how to write with both.
That'd be good if he could learn to
that's
write
a scholarship
with
right
both.
there.
But damn, what's his primary, like, come on.
Yeah, one of them got to be his strong hand.
Yeah.
Take my strong hand.
Yeah, so we still trying to figure that out. It's so tough and hard being a mom.
It's hard doing like those basic things that kids learn. So like their foundational skills. And I was always like, I don't know how people can work with them, because how do you teach people those things, like those like how do you teach them this is red? Yeah, I told it to you.
With song, like most, like Titan, I think Titan, honestly, I think he learned from like the songs that he hear, like from the cartoons and stuff. Because when they put up the shapes, like, what color is this? And he be like, red. And
even like teaching phonics to me is hard. Everything. Honestly, that's not my forte. I'm glad they have teachers.
I think these kids learning more from YouTube, cartoons, and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
It helps them, but they shouldn't be on it for a long time. But it do helps them. I give them that, because the words Terry using, she learning that from YouTube, because she damn sure ain't learning that from me. At that age, Terry smart. Like, she could say some big words, but she just can't write them in her paragraphs.
She'll get it eventually.
Right, so that's the end of our mommy topic. Yeah, our mommy segment.
That's the end of the 5th episode.
Yeah, the end of the 5th episode, but we got something special coming for you guys. So stay tuned for that. And a very special guest. So So stay tuned for that, and we appreciate y'all. So just continue to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel
and share. Make sure you're sharing our videos. Cheers.